Well, it looks like the same from when it was on the ground. You should have just why'd you get the mini suitcase?
Because I needed it.
Oh no, we have to look at the camera. Always look at the viewfinder.
I always look at the viewfinder too. It's mine.
Okay. Are you the trash in this situation?
Are you the trash man?
Are you the dumper? Actually, the trash we dump. How is the trash dump? I said, hold on. Wait a minute. How we can't even dump the trash?
We can't even
trash
dump the trash. The trash dumps us.
How does that work?
So hello guys. I think this is the first sit down video I've ever done. And you probably know her if you watched my videos before, but this is Elayna. She's my coworker
and friend. I take it back. Let me do
no. Yeah, she's my friend. So
don't believe it.
This video is gonna be, if you can't tell by the title, dating experiences in Korea. So what's that like? I don't know. I've only been here for like 5 months.
I've been here for like 2 years.
She's been here for like 2 years.
I'm still single. What's the reason?
I think the most important part is just to address how people view Korean guys like abroad versus what they're actually like over here. So obviously I feel like everyone has a fantasy of what Korean guys are like just because Korean dramas, K-pop or whatever. But what's it literally like?
Honestly,
dating a Korean guy?
At first they are kind of like that, but they're very like, what's the word, two-faced? So they are telling you all these things. Meanwhile, they're telling another girl the same thing. Or they have a girlfriend, a wife, engaged,
children. Sometimes?
No, yeah, there's some crazy, if you ever look on like Facebook woman groups, there's so many crazy stories about like a girl was in labor and then she found out when she was in labor the guy she was talking to was at his wedding. True story.
But were they married?
No, she was just like,
oh, like a side hoe?
She didn't know, she thought that was her boyfriend and she thought they were going to get engaged and married because she had a kid. But when she was in labor, he was getting married.
Oh my god.
He didn't plan that out.
Okay, so where do you primarily meet these Korean guys?
I'm a really talkative person, so I usually meet people at like bars. Okay, that's it. I thought there was more. So I'll say bars and online apps.
Bars, online apps.
If you're lucky, some guy will like stop you in the elevator.
And like I really want to try doing blind dates and stuff, but you need friends for that and I just don't maybe have any.
But yeah, they say that's the best way. Like, what's it called? Soulgate? How you say it?
Soulgate. So my friend who you've seen before on the channel is Eunice. Eunice tells me a lot about like Koreans dating style actually, and she said that most Korean guys that meet you through like an app or at a bar, they don't take it as seriously as like if you were to do like a blind date or a thing. So like if they're doing like an actual thing, then they'll take you seriously and maybe like actually call you their girlfriend. Versus I feel like on Tinder and at bars it could get a little bit shady.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Especially
shady.
if you're like clearly a foreigner.
Yeah,
they definitely see you as
take advantage.
Yeah, they're definitely asking you to go home that night.
So I actually started using Tinder in Korea, but it was because my friend actually told me that she made a lot of friends on Tinder. So that was the first like time that I started using it here. Obviously I used it in Canada before, but the first time I started using it was because my friend told me like, oh, like I actually was really worried about making friends here, so I just met a bunch of people on Tinder, and then we all became friends. So I was like, oh, maybe I can go on Tinder and find some friends.
Yeah, the last guy I talked to was from Bumble, and he was like number 2 nicest guy I talked to. But yeah, but you can get lucky. Like my friend Nikki, she met a guy on Tinder. The first guy she met on Tinder, she's now engaged.
The first guy?
That was the first guy she met. And
really?
She was kind of iffy because that was the first guy she met on Tinder. And they're engaged now. So, and they live together in a nice house. Can't relate.
Cannot relate.
I also use the same app and
So we're gonna talk about Casper now.
Oh, him?
So ghosting in Korea is so common. Like ghosting happens.
It's actually like how people break up too sometimes.
Yeah, so instead of breaking up with people, you just get ghosted.
Doesn't matter how long. You can be his whole girlfriend. He will ghost you if he wants to ghost you. I remember I was talking to this guy. You know, I saw our marriage. That's our Raven. I was like, how are you?
He said bye.
Oh, he didn't even say bye. That was a nice little emoji. Cacao friend.
The hand emoji.
There are a lot of free emojis you could have used. But also, along with ghosting comes like the reappearance too. So they would ghost you because, I don't know, they're going through a stressful time in their life or something. And then they would reappear. They're like,
at
hey.
the most convenient
But they hit me with like, how's your time in Korea? I was like, really?
Really?
You ghosted me.
I've only been here for like how many months? 5 now? 6, 5, 6. I've only been through one dating experience, which was super interesting. That was the first person I've ever met on Tinder in Korea, and like obviously I said that I was just looking for friends because that's what I started using Tinder for. So I was like, only friends. And he was like, yeah, cool, like I'm only looking for friends too, and like people to have a connection with. So I was like, okay, we went for dinner and it was very friendly. And then afterwards, the next day, we were like, oh, do you want to try seeing each other like seriously? But we weren't like dating yet. We were just like, oh, like I would like to go on more dates with you or like get to know you more. So I just started talking to him more, and then by our 3rd date, like we broke up.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Date, which is like a week later, we just were like, oh, I don't think we should do this anymore.
We tried it. Let me get more wine.
Okay.
Before I tell you about the jackass. I met him through a friend, and like I didn't like him at first because he was literally kind of the same height as me, and he looks really young. He was born, I'm 95, he was 90, he's your age, so
96.
And he seemed so nice. Actually, I really liked him. We went on really cute dates. Like he would come to my house, he had like a car, he would pick me up, we had a picnic on my roof and everything. It was really nice. During the first week, he wasn't with me. He went to another bar. He's like, oh, I'm gonna meet a friend really quick. And so I was like, okay, whatever. But I knew what that bar was, and I walked there, and he was with a girl playing like, what's that called? At this point, we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh, and he was playing pool with another girl.
But that wasn't a problem. I didn't really care. I was like, oh, hey. And the first thing she said to me, are you his girlfriend? I was like, why are you so suspicious? Like, why are you like that? And I didn't think anything of it because he's such a sweet guy. Like, if you look at him, he looks like he can do no wrong. So that following Monday, he asked to like break up because of cultural difference. And as he dated another American girl, he asked to date her that Friday. Before that Monday, he broke up with me. Because,
oh my god.
Yeah,
and trash.
And then he ended up dating that girl for 1 year, and he ended up doing the same thing he did to me, but with a longer version. So he ended up meeting another girl who's from England and started dating her and broke up with her.
Complex. Let's talk about the guy that messaged me today.
Oh yeah, this is the this is the prime example of some guys you would meet here.
Fuckboy. There was this guy that I matched on Tinder, and he was like basically my ideal type. I would say he's my ideal type. He was cute. 188 centimeters. He had like a half tattoo sleeve and tattoos on his calves.
A half tattoo sleeve.
And he looked like a model. So the problem was, I was talking to him for like, I don't know, I want to say like 15 minutes or so, and the conversation was going really well. So then I have a habit of asking guys on Tinder this now, just because obviously. So I basically messaged him and I was like, do you have a girlfriend in Korean? And he was just like, the like two next to the this.
You got me.
He's like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend. So I'm like, do you really have a girlfriend? Why are you on Tinder then? He says, it's because I like other girls. And then my face was just like, I was like, do you not love your girlfriend? He's like, no, I love her, but I just love other girls too. So I spent a great deal of time wasting his time trying to find out who his girlfriend was so I could tell his girlfriend. In the end, he never told me what his girlfriend was. But anyways, long story short,
you saw that deep look and she's like,
he messaged me today telling me that he broke up with his girlfriend.
After she stopped talking to him. But yeah, just so you know, even in Korea, like, the non-Korean guys also are F-boys.
Yes.
But I think it's easier because they're in a whole new country. Like
That
at least
is true.
and so
That
it's
is
easier.
true.
Like, but his friend was in the military, and I didn't until he picked me up and opened up his trunk. I didn't even know he had 2 kids. His cacao is just like his Korean number because he has an American number back at home. He can hide everything perfectly. There's no one to like look through his stuff. Like for all I know, he's probably married.
I feel like so many military men here are actually married though. They're surprisingly young. Like they'd be like, oh, I'm 25.
So you don't think anything.
And then I won't think that they're married, but then they're like, yeah, I'm married. I'm like, what?
With you?
Like you? 25? You're like,
Married to who?
What?
Future me?
I don't see myself being married right now at all.
Like, are you proposing? They're like, no. I am married.
I am
Not
married.
You. Never will be. Almond. That sounds so wrong about like, that almond and trash. Trash.
Yo, what's up?
Another thing is in Korea, they date, like, not saying everyone, but all my Korean friends date so fast. They can meet a guy, they go like on a spaghetti date.
Spaghetti date?
Yeah, like she's
What
like,
is a
she said
spaghetti
it's like
date?
pasta date. She's like the first date's always like pasta.
Pasta? Oh, okay,
Yeah, and so she dates him for 3 dates, and then that 3rd date they decide to date. And then she was like, she had like 5 boyfriends because she dated them for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and like
That's dating culture here though.
Really?
Like,
Oh.
it's just like that. It's like
just fast.
in Canada, dating is pretty serious for
Really?
us. Yeah, like we don't really date unless it's for like long term.
We do the talking stage in America, so I think the talking stage is like the dating here. Don't come here like, can I say fetishizing?
Yeah.
Like don't fetishize like Korean men. Like when I came here, I didn't come for like guys. If you're coming for guys,
Mhm.
you're gonna be disappointed.
Yes.
You might not be because there are some fine guys here. But if you're coming for like an actual relationship, it might be hard.
First of all, if you're not even fluent in Korean, like I'm talking about like fluent, having deep conversations with them, like
It's not
they
gonna-
would never like be able to hold a relationship with you. It'd be really difficult.
It helps. But don't come here like fantasizing from like dramas and stuff. They may
Dramas
act like that at
are
first,
real.
but that's definitely not who they are. It's definitely a lie.
Yeah. I feel like men here are so culturally like expected to be romantic that they are, but then they're like
They don't really wanna
inside, yeah, they don't want to be. They actually want to just be a fuckboy. So then at the end of the day, it spills out, and then you're just like, why did you do that to me?
They're like ghosted. I won't tell you.
Casper,
You
the
never know
ghost.
why they did it.
Please leave some questions down below of anything that you would like to know.
You can follow me on TikTok.
Follow her on TikTok. But anyways, if there's any other questions that you would like to know about dating in Korea, please let us know, and I'll try to make a second video with her when she's not drunk.
Maybe you should make it with Eunice. I think she has a boyfriend.
If you like the video, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!